911. What is the address of your... She's still alive? Is she alive? Is she breathing?
No.
Imagine the safety of your own home, where you feel most secure, only for that security to be shattered in the most horrifying way possible. A Minnesota woman is found dead in her bathroom, shot. But the question remains, who pulled the trigger? Was it an accident or something far more sinister? Today we delve into the tragic case of Alexandra Pennig, a beloved nurse from St. Paul. This is a story of deception, unexpected twists, and a key piece of evidence that broke the case wide open. Buckle up, as this journey will leave you questioning everything. Alexandra Pennig was known for her compassion and dedication as a nurse. She had a bright smile, a caring nature, and a promising future. But in December 2022, just days before Christmas, Alexandra's life was cut short in a way that left everyone in shock. It all began on a cold winter morning when Alexandra's neighbors heard the sound of a gunshot. It was muffled, almost like it came from inside the house. They knew something wasn't right. Minutes later, police were called to the scene, and what they found was beyond comprehension. Alexandra was lying in her bathroom, a gunshot wound proving fatal. Her boyfriend, Phillip Ecker, was found in the home, visibly distressed. He claimed it was a tragic accident.
Is this your apartment or Matt's?
Yes, sir.
Her apartment?
Yeah.
Your first name is Matt, is it Matthew?
Yeah.
And what's your last name? Were you guys arguing or something?
No, she just grabbed and put it to her head.
She called me.
I can't hear.
Was a guy.
Help her feel safe.
Her boyfriend would come to her, they were arguing. And I came across and I stood in between them and then he punched me. And I sat there and talked with other people for another 45 minutes. We came back here and I thought everything was fine. And then she just grabbed the gun.
Did she make any threat before that she was gonna kill herself?
She just grabbed and put it to her head. I tried to do what I could.
Okay.
And then I washed my hands.
Then you washed your hands?
Correct. That's why I don't have anything on me.
And then you called the police?
But something didn't sit right with the detectives. Phillip Ecker was Alexandra's boyfriend, and he became the prime suspect almost immediately. But what motive could he possibly have had? Investigators weren't convinced. The evidence told a different story, something darker. They began scrutinizing every detail of the scene. Why was Alexandra found locked in the bathroom? Why did the bullet trajectory suggest something different from what Matthew described? The turning point came when a small but crucial piece of evidence was found, a fragment of the bathroom door lock. It seemed like such an insignificant detail, but it spoke volumes. The lock had been broken from the outside, indicating that someone had tried to force their way into the bathroom. This shattered Matthew's story of a mere accident. If Alexandra had locked herself inside, what was she afraid of? Adding to the mounting evidence was surveillance footage from a nearby camera that showed Alexandra arriving home that night.
We were laughing on the way home. Everything was fine.
You guys weren't arguing or anything? There's no fight with you two?
Not between us.
How was she holding the gun when she was backing up to the bathroom?
She had it down here first, and then she cocked it. Her left hand cocked it, but she ended up holding it to her left temple, is what I remember.
Okay.
And she might take it. She's not, so it was weird.
Right, and then you called the police right away?
I got up and called the police, yeah.
So, you know, when you get blood all over your hands and then you go into the sink and you
Yeah.
pour the handle to the sink, right? There should be blood on that.
There should be blood, yeah.
There's no
blood in the handle of the sink.
And there's nothing in the sink. And the sink
I rinsed my hand.
The sink's dry. There's no water or anything.
No, I washed my hands in the sink. I did.
Right now, all this evidence does not add up.
I can't.
I just want you to just think. I just want you to think about this and what
You're asking me to confess to something I didn't do.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you just to think.
I mean-
We're just gonna give you some time here just to think. We gotta grab that stuff anyway.
Sure.
Think about everything that we discussed with you.
So, the change that I have, I did take the gun and I put it in my suitcase. I put it in the suitcase, went back, looked at her, and said, yep. Went back to the suitcase, grabbed the gun, and put it back there. What my plan was.
I mean, why would you lay your hand back there?
I was moving stuff. I was moving her. I was looking at her. That's all I know. That gun went off behind me close to her. I did not shoot her. I didn't kill her.
Investigators pieced together the timeline. They had argued. Alexandra had locked herself in the bathroom, and in a fit of rage, Matthew had forced his way in. The fatal shot was no accident. It was deliberate. As the pieces fell into place, detectives confronted Matthew with the evidence: the door lock, the bullet trajectory, the inconsistencies in his story. All of it was too much for him to counter. Matthew eventually broke down and confessed. He admitted to forcing his way into the bathroom, and in a moment of rage, he pulled the trigger. It was a crime born out of anger, an act that he claimed he regretted immediately. The courtroom was filled with emotion as Alexandra's family watched the man they once trusted admit to taking her life. The pain was evident.
Countless times I picked up the phone to call Al, only to realize I won't ever hear her voice again. Alex really was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of friend.
Our hearts have been broken beyond repair, and the future trajectory of our lives has been changed forever. And the world lost a special soul, and we lost our baby.
Matt is one of the kindest and most compassionate people we know. He has spent most of his adult life helping people and caring for people. I truly believe that Matt has so much more to offer to this world.
Matthew was charged with second-degree murder.
It is the sentence of the law and the judgment of the court that you serve 360 months with the Department of... You are remanded to the custody of the Department of Corrections.
Ensuring that Alexandra's family would at least have some answers and a semblance of closure. Alexandra's tragic death left a mark on everyone who knew her. Friends described her as a light in their lives, a kind soul who touched everyone she met. The loss was immeasurable, but her story also served as a warning, a reminder of how quickly life can change and how dangerous unchecked rage can be. Domestic violence isn't always apparent. It can hide behind smiles, behind seemingly perfect relationships, until it's too late. Alexandra's story is a somber reminder that we must always stay vigilant, and we must always speak up